All right, we're here in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio State just lost to Michigan 45-23. We're here to unpack it a little bit. 3 questions with Ivan Maisel, but a little bit of a different format, obviously, as we're coming to you from the shoe. Ivan, first and foremost, thoughts on Michigan after this dominant performance?
My first thought, JD, is wow. Especially if you think about where this game was in the middle of the second quarter. Michigan didn't have 50 yards total offense in the middle of the second quarter. And then it just started to go. And the fascinating thing is, they didn't have their best weapon in Blake Corum. So you got Donovan Edwards, a backup running back, doing the best damage. Ronnie Bell, the wide receiver, doesn't do as much. Johnson has the 2 long balls. It was really a testament. We hear about 85-man rosters, but this was a testament to Michigan's depth. And really, they wore Ohio State down.
And it was kind of the same thing we'd seen from them like week in and week out, but it was, okay, it's insert lesser Big Ten team here. And then it comes to Ohio State, at Ohio State, a place they haven't won in a very long time. And did the exact same thing, just bully ball, wore them down, threw some big shots in the pass game in the first half, which I think opened a lot of things up. But Michigan, it feels like at least really set themselves up for a nice college football playoff appearance. Still got to take care of business. But looking like they're in the driver's seat at the very least.
Well, sure, they should be number 2 this week. Georgia won easily, and now Michigan has won easily against number 2. So they may get some looks at being number 1. Who knows? But the Big Ten championship looms. Can't overlook it. But the players sounded like they understand one step at a time. That as great as this is not their ultimate goal.
I mean, they're a locked-in bunch. Let's flip the script a little bit. Obviously, you got a winner and a loser. Ohio State, I think a lot of people just expected more from them on a lot of fronts today. What were your thoughts on their performance?
Well, what is disheartening if you're an Ohio State fan is the way the second half just kept getting worse. They scored 3 points in the second half. For a while there, they had as many first downs as they had unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. That's never a good thing. You can't tell in terms of the playoff until you see what everybody else does, but they certainly didn't help themselves in terms of being that 11-1 team that gets a bid.
Yeah, you talk about, the resume. I know the committee has this verbiage with the one-sided loss or a close loss. I'm not on the committee, but this felt very one-sided to me when you go back and watch the tape. So let's talk about this rivalry as a whole now for the last question, because now this is back-to-back for Michigan. 2 very convincing wins that look pretty similar, with Michigan just kind of asserting their will in Ohio State. Do you sense a changing of the guard within the Big Ten?
Well, sure, yeah. Michigan, this was their largest margin here since 1956, the most points they've scored against Ohio State since 1946. So, yeah, this is a bellwether game. And, Michigan gone undefeated in the league. So, beating Ohio State twice in a row. And this has been a rivalry that goes in waves, and maybe the new wave has begun.
Yeah, Michigan yet again victorious, this time at Ohio State. Now in back-to-back years for the Wolverines, taking care of business. Again, I'm PicKell, Ivan Maisel, bringing insight every single week on the On3 YouTube channel. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you follow Ivan on Twitter, and we will do this again real soon. Ivan, appreciate it, brother.
Thanks, JD.
Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.